Sarah, I understand we have a significant update in this case. Tell me what's happening.
I got a text message this morning at about noon from Mark saying, I confessed, I killed her. You can see it right here on the text. And I immediately called him back.
So he's calling you from where?
He's calling me from the Houston Police Department interrogation room, and he told me that he had killed Michelle.
So was there a fight that night?
Yes. He said there was a fight.
You know, we were fighting, and she's swinging at me, and I grabbed her, and, her neck snapped, and I fell on the bed choking her, and the next thing I know, it was over with. Her tongue is sticking out, and it was too far, it went too far.
He strangled her, he grabbed her neck, he said that it popped, and he knew she was dead. He says that he covered her with a blanket.
I covered her up because I could hear Caden wanting to come in and see what was going on. And so I covered her up, put her on the bed, and covered up with a blanket, told him that she was sleeping, and, started getting his things ready. I had to get him out of there.
Did it happen the night that she went missing?
It happened the night she went missing. He said the times are all the same as he told us, but when he drove to Odessa to drop her son off, he had left her body in the apartment in a closet wrapped in a blanket.
I wrapped her up before I left.
What did you wrap her up in?
A blanket, and then I put her head in a trash bag so I didn't have to look at her face. I stood there looking at her, and I almost called the police then.
When he drove back to Houston, he put her body into a container, and he put her inside the back seat of the car that you looked inside. And he drove her, and he put her body, he tells me, in an oil rig, buried in a shallow grave with sand.
She's covered up, but she's not really hidden too well. I mean, I did this knowingly that I'm going to get caught. So, I covered her up to the point to where it was decent, but as far as burying, no, I didn't have the strength to do that.
He said, I want to tell you I'm so sorry for bringing you and Dr. Phil out to Odessa, Texas.
Sorry I lied to you. Little things like that do bother me.
When Dr. Phil asked you, now is the time, if you've done something to confess to me, did part of you want to?
Yes, I did. I wanted y'all to call me back, and I just can't stand lying anymore, because that's what she did.
Did he say what precipitated this? Why did he do it?
He says that he was sick of her controlling him and fighting with him, and he wanted what was best for his son. And so he says he snapped, and he feels like this is the best for his son.
Well, you remember I asked him, I said, the way this looks to me, you say she abused you all the time.
And he says he did think about confessing to you when you asked him, now is the time to confess.
If you are involved in her death in some way, it is a tremendous gift to your son to tell me now.
I didn't hurt her at all.
Was he remorseful on the phone?
He was eerily calm, Dr. Phil. He had no remorse.
I don't care about me. They can kill me. It's only fair. I'd rather get the death penalty than spend the rest of my life in prison.
I actually asked him, how can you think that your son will be better off without his mother and his father? And he said, he will be better off. He may hate me, but he will be better off.